Sometimes, the biggest mistake a child can make is walking away from a love that never planned to let them go. There was once a man who was known far and wide for his kindness. He was not the richest man in the land, but his heart was deeper than gold. People trusted him. Servants respected him. Neighbors admired him. This man had 2 sons. The older son was quiet, serious, and hardworking. He woke early, worked late, and followed rules without question. He believed love was earned by obedience. The younger son was different. He was restless. He laughed loudly, dreamed big, and always wanted more than what he had. He believed life was somewhere else, far away from his father's house. Their father loved them equally, though he showed it differently. Every morning, he prayed for them. Every evening, he waited to see them return home safely. To him, his sons were his greatest treasure. But to the younger son, the house felt like a cage. One evening, as the sun was setting and the workers were returning from the fields, the younger son walked boldly to his father. His voice was calm, but his heart was burning. "Father," he said, "give me my share of the property. I want what belongs to me, now." The air became heavy. In that culture, asking for inheritance while a father was still alive was like saying, "I wish you were dead." The servants froze. The older brother clenched his fists. Everyone waited for the father to shout, or refuse. But the father did neither. He looked at his son with sad eyes, eyes that already knew the pain this road would bring. Without anger, without shouting, without curses, he divided everything he owned. Land, money, livestock. And he gave the younger son his share. Love allowed him to go, even when wisdom begged him to stay. Not long after that, the younger son packed everything. Gold coins jingled in his bag. Pride walked ahead of him. Regret followed quietly behind. He left his father's house without looking back. He traveled to a far country, a place where nobody knew his past and nobody asked questions. At first, life felt sweet. He wore fine clothes. He bought expensive food. He made friends easily, friends who laughed loud and drank deep. Money opened doors. Money bought smiles. Money made him feel powerful. Every night was a party. Every day was a celebration. He thought, "This is real life. I am finally free." But freedom without wisdom is a trap. Slowly, the coins became fewer. The friends stopped calling. The laughter faded. The wine ran out. Then disaster struck the land. A great famine came. Food became expensive. Jobs disappeared. People became selfish. The young man who once threw money in the air now searched the ground for crumbs. Soon, he had nothing. No money. No friends. No shelter. Hunger knocked loudly on his stomach. So he did the unthinkable. He hired himself out to a stranger. The stranger sent him to the fields to feed pigs. For a Jewish boy, this was the lowest place possible. The pigs ate better than he did. He stared at their food and wished he could eat it. But no one gave him anything. One quiet day, as he sat in the dirt, watching pigs eat, something happened. He came to his senses. He remembered home. He remembered warm bread. He remembered laughter. He remembered servants who ate until they were full. Tears filled his eyes. He whispered to himself, "How many of my father's servants have more than enough food? And here I am dying of hunger." For the first time, pride broke. He practiced his confession. "Father, I have sinned against heaven and against you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son. Please, make me like one of your servants." He didn't plan to ask for love. He planned to beg for survival. And so, he stood up. And he started the long walk home. What the son did not know was that his father had never stopped watching the road. Every morning. Every evening. Eyes scanning the horizon. And then one day, from a very long distance, the father saw a familiar walk. Thin. Dirty. Broken. But alive. The father did not wait. He did not calculate. He did not punish. He ran. Old men did not run in those days. But love does not care about dignity. He wrapped his arms around his son. He kissed him again and again. The smell did not matter. The dirt did not matter. His son was home. The son began his prepared speech. "Father, I have sinned against heaven and against you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son." But the father did not let him finish. He turned to the servants and shouted, "Quick! Bring the best robe. Put a ring on his finger. Put sandals on his feet. Kill the fattened calf. Let us celebrate. For this son of mine was dead, and now he is alive. He was lost, and now he is found." Music filled the house. Joy exploded everywhere. Grace had won. But not everyone was happy. The older brother heard the music while working in the field. He asked what was happening. When he heard the truth, anger filled his heart. He refused to enter the house. So the father came out, again. The older son shouted, I have worked for you all these years. I obeyed you. You never gave me even a goat. But this son of yours wasted everything? And you celebrate him? The father looked at him with gentle eyes. My son, you are always with me. Everything I have is yours. But we had to celebrate. Your brother was dead, and now he is alive. The house was filled with joy. Drums beat loudly. Voices sang happily. Food was shared freely. Servants laughed as they moved around with plates of meat and cups of wine. Neighbors came in to join the celebration. But outside the house, under the fading evening sky, the older son stood alone. Music reached his ears, but joy did not reach his heart. He folded his arms tightly, staring at the ground. Anger mixed with hurt inside him. The father had welcomed the lost son with kisses. But no one had ever thrown a party for obedience. The father stepped closer to the older son. My son, he said softly, come inside. But the older son's voice trembled with years of hidden pain. All these years, he said, I worked like a servant for you. I never disobeyed you. Yet you never celebrated me. His words were sharp, but his eyes were tired. He had stayed home, but his heart had wandered. The father placed a hand on his shoulder. My son, he said, you have always been with me. Everything I have is yours. But your brother? He was dead. And now he is alive. He was lost. And now he is found. The father was not choosing one son over the other. He was inviting both into love. That night, there were two lost sons in the story. One had left the house and returned. The other stayed in the house but never entered the joy. One knew he was broken. The other thought he was better. But both needed grace. Inside the house, the younger son sat quietly. Food was in front of him, but his hands shook. Every bite reminded him of where he had been. Every laugh reminded him of what he almost lost. He watched his father move around the room, smiling, serving others. Tears rolled down his face. Not tears of hunger, but tears of undeserved love. That night, when the noise softened, the younger son followed his father outside. He fell on his knees. Father, he said, I don't deserve this. The father lifted him up. Love is not a reward, he said. It is a gift. That sentence changed the son forever. The next morning, the younger son woke early. Not to party, but to help. He worked in the fields again. Not as a servant, but as a son who had been forgiven. He no longer dreamed of far countries. He had found peace at home. Jesus told this story so that everyone listening would understand one truth. God is not waiting to punish you. He is waiting to restore you. Whether you ran far away, or stayed close with a proud heart, the Father's arms are open. The story did not tell us what the older brother decided. That part was left open. Because the question was not about him. It was about you. Will you enter the joy? Will you accept grace? Our God is a father who runs toward broken children. He does not count mistakes. He does not keep score. He restores dignity. He clothes shame with honor. He turns funerals into feasts. Final lesson. No one is too far gone. No one is too good to need grace. The house of the Father is still open. The music is still playing. And love is still waiting. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment and share.